that the only thing that's trying to sabotage you, the only devil, if you will, is that little voice. And it's that voice that wakes you up in the middle of the night and you can't get back to sleep. You keep on thinking it. And so the solution for this, Charlie, is really very simple. But you have to say it's simple. And because whatever we focus our attention on grows. So you had mentioned, hey, I want to get into, one of my stories and, tell you all about it and everything. And usually, like when I will coach with people, that I really tell them, I'll hear a little of the story. I want it less than a minute, because within a minute, that what it does is your thought on a particular subject, within a minute, it starts creating energy to attract more of it. And so you really don't want to focus your attention on anything you don't want. I mentioned that I'm a behavioral psychologist, and so one of the things my peers do is they'll sit you on a couch and they go, come on, let's dig this up. When you were 5 years old, what did your, mother tell you, et cetera. And what that is, it's a rabbit hole. There's really and it's a great way to keep on billing patients, if you will, because there's no end to that. But if you move to the other end, and so again, those rabbit holes, those things we don't want, and if all of us will just look at life very easily and in this way, this world is a perfect world with everything we want and everything we don't want. So it's not really good or bad, it's what we want or what we don't want. So start waking up to, when you're starting to think about something that you don't want, the more you focus on it, the more it's going to come to you. Like people say to me, well, I don't want COVID. Well, right when you say COVID, that you have gone to the energy level, which is a low energy level of sickness, of illness, and you will attract sickness and illness, maybe COVID, maybe something related to that. So, but we've been taught, hey, you got to face reality. This is in front of you. Look at your bank account, look at, your relationships, look at your health, whatever it is. And so all of science and what I've been teaching, it's really great, Charlie, to know this, that what I've been teaching for actually over 30 years now, that just in the last 5 years, all of science, and this is molecular biologists, quantum physicists, neuroscientists, all of the disciplines of science have agreed that there are just 3 steps to create anything in our life. And I'm going to share those steps with you. Yes.
Yeah, no, I'm ready. I'm counting them down, man.
And so it is, so step 1, according to the scientists, and again, what I've been teaching for 30 years and helping thousands of people all around the world in order to help them to be, do, and have more if they want, is step 1 is our thought. Our thought starts it all. Biblically, because we're in a Christian Judeo society that biblically most of us are familiar with, ask and you shall receive. And this asking is our thought. So some people say, well, I'm waiting for God to, make the decision for me. Good luck. But, that's an eternal wait, because God's waiting for you to ask, if you will. And so we need to, so this is our thought and our all-powerful thought. And I have some amazing ways to be able to improve your thinking. In fact, catch this, Charlie, we have 60,000 thoughts a day, each one of us. And
by I was just going to ask you, by science, how many of those are negative?
Yeah, very good. 80%. 80% of those are, so you mentioned negative, but I'll call that, it's negative, but I'll call that more under my teaching as unwanted. Because all they are is unwanted. Okay. And when we keep it easy, instead of, oh, those are negative and bad and evil, whatever, that there's too much emotion in that. Okay. And whatever you put your emotion in, that you will create in your life. So I don't want to put it, so it's just what I don't want.
Yeah.
And so 80% of those thoughts, 60,000 thoughts every day, 80% on average, the average person has thoughts that are unwanted. But you think that's bad. That 95% of all the thoughts are the same thoughts we had yesterday, which gives us the same tomorrow. All of us want 2022, Charlie, to be better. And this is the path on how to be better. And so I can start asking for, I'd like to expand my imagination. Well, if you expand your imagination, you're going to go outside of that 95% same thoughts, and you're going to start getting some new thoughts. And so again, back to science, step one is it's your all-powerful thought. And according to the scientists, that thought then creates energy, which we would call our emotions. That's why our emotions are so powerful, and they create, whether they're wanted emotions or unwanted emotions. And so whatever I focus my attention on will grow, and my energy, my emotions will grow. And then step three is that turns in, again, according to the scientists, that turns into matter, M-A-T-T-E-R. And this, Charlie, is why thoughts become things.